Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to Karen's Sizzlin' Spice. Today's recipe has just a bit of a story behind it. I went out to dinner with my daughter the other day and we got a couple of appetizers which were fantastic, one of my favorite restaurants. And we had a spinach artichoke dip and my daughter said, "Why haven't you made spinach artichoke dip, Mom?" And I thought to myself, oh yeah, I used to make it all the time and I haven't made it in a long time. So I looked through my recipes and believe it or not, I found it because you guys can imagine I have hundreds of recipes all over the place. So today we're gonna make a spinach artichoke dip that's even better than the one I had at the restaurant. So here's what we're gonna need today. We're gonna need some spinach. We will need some artichoke hearts. They come in a can or a jar. I'm gonna be using lots of wonderful garlic and lots of cheese in this. We're gonna use some Parmesan. We're gonna use some mozzarella. We'll use some white cheddar, and we'll use some Colby Jack. Lots of cheese going on. We're also going to use some sour cream. We'll use some basil, some sun-dried tomatoes in oil. We're going to have some green onion for topping. We'll need some butter and some fabulous bread. We're going to make garlic bread, nice and crispy, to dip into this dip. You guys are gonna love this one. You're gonna wanna make it for every party. Hey friends, as I'm just going over my recipe here, you know what? I wanna give a shout out to all of you who support me in my page here. Some of you I see on all my social media, some I see liking every single post I put on Facebook, and I just want to tell you how much I appreciate it. And today I want to give a special shout out to Debbie Besco. Debbie is on my page all the time. It's like almost as soon as I put a picture on, she's right there liking it. I appreciate it so much. All of you guys are helping me to grow my channel here. Thanks so much, Debbie. Friends, before we get going here, I'm so excited to share a new kitchen gadget with you. It's been a long time since I've been this excited about a kitchen gadget. Have you guys seen the new rotary cheese grater? It's all over social media. I saw it there and I thought, okay, I have to have one. So I got it. It's so reasonably priced. This was only $27 and it's gonna make cheese grating so much easier in my kitchen, and I do so much of it like a lot of you. So let me show you. This comes in all these pieces here. It's so easy to put together. The brand here is Garlicky. I will put the link for this under the description of my video. You can find it there. So this is how the pieces go on, like this. And listen, it's gonna snap. That's how you know that it's in there all the way. Then I'm gonna show you the 3 rotary cutters here. One is for a large grate, one is for a smaller grate, and one is for slicing. So you can even imagine you can use this for a lot of different things. I've seen people on social media using it for so many things. So now to get this in here, you just put it through here and you put it through the hole, and there's some lines here that just need to line up. And again, you just snap it till you hear it snap like this. And look at this thing. It's fantastic. Here's the like I said, I haven't been this excited about a kitchen gadget in a long time. I love the color that I found. It matches my kitchen. You know, I love this thing, you guys. Let me show you how to take it apart. There's a button on the side here. You just push it down. It comes right apart. There's another button here. You push it down. This comes right off. It's just that simple. And you know, I can fit my hand in here to clean it. This is dishwasher safe. These are very easy to clean as well. This thing is terrific. And let me show you guys how this locks down to your counter, because you don't want the thing moving around. You see there's a knob here, and to lock it, all you do is turn it. And look at that. This thing won't move even if you try. Let's see if that works. Okay. So friends, it's time to grate the cheese, and there's a lot of great cheese on this. Now, the recipe that I'm making is not that huge. If you want to make this dip bigger, please, by all means, just double the recipe. You might even want to triple it if you're having a big party. But it's just going to be for Ed and I. So we're going to start with like 4 ounces of the Colby Jack, 4 ounces of mozzarella, 4 ounces of the white cheddar, and we're going to use about a half a cup of Parmesan. So let's get this cheese going. Okay, so let's lock this down and get ready to grate all this cheese. There we go. You see this thing is not moving. And we're going to start with the medium grate, the larger grate, and I think we'll start
wait a second, wait a second.
What?
Wait a second. How come you're doing that? You named me your great grater.
I know.
And that's my job.
I know, but
you do tons of cooking. You'll have plenty of time to use this. I think I should be doing this in your video.
That's so sweet of you, but I thought I would give you a break because you're always grating it. It's a lot of work.
But you've got so much more work to do to prepare this dish. I think I should just do the grate and give you a little rest.
All right, maybe we'll both grate.
All right, that's fair enough.
And you know, guys, you might want to get 2 of these graters.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to stop.
All right.
Are you having fun there, Ed?
I sure am.
Could it be any easier?
There's no way it could be. This is so easy.
That thing is amazing. Love it. I tell you guys, we're having so much fun here grating cheese. I'm kind of hoping, you know, somebody asks me that they need their cheese grated. This thing is amazing. Look at that. It's so fast. Okay, we got all this beautiful cheese ready to go here. I'm just gonna change the grater now to the fine one because I'd prefer a fine grate on my Parmesan cheese. And this is really simple. I'm just gonna snap this back on. There we go. Ready to go with the Parmesan. Beautiful. Yeah, this thing is amazing. Come on this side so you can see that it's doing it very fine. You see that? Get a close up of that cheese. Yeah, perfect. I just opened up my artichoke hearts and I'm just going to drain them. I'll even take a paper towel to get all the moisture out of here. I'm just going to take some paper towels and squeeze this out till it's as dry as I can get it. We don't want it to be too wet in the dip. So I've done the same thing with the spinach. This is a 10-ounce box of frozen spinach that I thawed. I rinsed it really good and I'm using look at all the water that comes out of there. It's funny how little bit is left after you squeeze the water out. And for the spinach, I'm even going to take it a step further. I'm going to dump it onto a dish towel here, a clean dish towel, of course. And then I'm just going to wrap this up and I'm going to squeeze it out in the sink here. You get a little bitty ball of spinach out of that box. Now that I've got my cheeses all ready to go, I've got my spinach and my artichokes ready to go, and those artichokes that I bought were already chopped in the can. If they're not chopped, you want to chop them pretty finely. I'm getting the rest of my mise en place ready. I've got about 6 or 7 garlic cloves here. Ed, is there ever too much garlic for us?
Never.
We love the garlic, so if you want to adjust that, do it a little less, go for it. And then I'm going to use about 5 or 6 sun-dried tomatoes. And you might notice I have a cutting board on top of my cutting board. The reason is something like a sun-dried tomato might stain my board, so I like to use this instead. And I'm just going to cut up my sun-dried tomatoes nice and fine. Okay, now that I've got all my ingredients ready to go, I've taken a good couple of big handfuls of cheese. This will go on top of the artichoke dip last. I'm going to heat it up in the microwave first, give it a couple stirs, then we're going to pour it into a gorgeous serving platter, throw it in the oven with cheese on top to get a little browning, to get some bubbling going on. So the wonderful thing about this is once you've got all your mise en place ready to go, we're just dumping it all in a big bowl. So I'm going to dump all my cheese into this bowl here. This is a microwavable bowl. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to pour in my spinach, which I squeezed out nice and dry. I'm going to pour in my artichokes, which I also squeezed dry. I'm going to put in my sun-dried tomatoes, and I had about 6 there that I chopped up nice and fine. I've just poured into my bowl, not poured, I spooned in about a cup of sour cream, and I'm going to put in some basil. Now this is as much as you like. This basil is from my garden that I dried, but you know, you want to start with maybe a teaspoon or so. We love basil, so I have a little bit more here. Okay, and then it's time for all that lovely garlic. So I'm going to start pressing all of that right into my bowl here. The last thing I want to put in here for now is just a little bit of olive oil, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons or so. Now we're just going to give this a good stir. Ooh, it smells lovely, doesn't it, Ed?
It sure does. Can't wait for it to be done.
Yeah, lots of good flavors going on here. All right, now that we have this nicely mixed, I'm going to put it in the microwave on high for 2 or 3 minutes at a time. And once it's nice and melty cheese, we're going to throw it in the oven for the last few minutes and top it with more cheese. Is there ever too much cheese in?
Never.
I think we've discussed that many times, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Never too much cheese. So I'm just going to put this in my microwave. I'm going to put it on for 3 minutes to start, and we will check it then. I'm excited about tasting this dip. Are you, Eddie?
Yes.
It's smelling wonderful in my kitchen, so while that's still heating, I'm going to get my topping ready. Green onion is going to look beautiful on here, so I'm just going to give this a good chop. So while our dip is still heating up, I'm going to get some bread ready here. We're going to make some delicious, crunchy garlic bread. And in my head, I'm trying to replicate the exact bread that I had at the restaurant the other day with this dip. It was so good and crunchy and buttery and garlicky. And I was lucky enough to find this. You don't normally find this thin, a loaf of this French bread, and this is going to work just perfectly. So if I recall correctly, they were about this big. And they were cut in half this way. And then cut in half again this way. Oh yeah. This is gonna be fantastic. So I'm just gonna finish getting this bread cut. So now that I have all that beautiful bread cut up, and I don't know if you noticed, but I'll show you all the nooks and crannies in there. I'm gonna be able to put so much butter and garlic on there. It's gonna be fantastic. And what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna use my broiler pan in my Cuisinart all-in-one cookware here. This thing is fantastic. I've had it for, could be almost 2 years now. This thing actually cooks, it air fries, it's a convection oven, it's a broiler, and it's an air fryer. This thing is amazing. I use it almost every day. Let me show you how we're gonna get this bread ready. So I'm bringing my tray over here, and I'm just gonna line up all the bread here for butter and for garlic. Okay. All right, I am just loading this bread up with melted butter. Come closer, look at the nooks and crannies in here. It almost reminds me of an English muffin. It's just more space for this fabulous butter to dump into. Yeah. Did we get every last drop?
It looks like it, honey.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use this Lawry's garlic salt. Have you guys tried this? This is a staple in my pantry that I've had, for as long as I can remember. It's fantastic. But you don't want to use salt with it because it is garlic flavor and salt. There's parsley in here as well. So I'm just going to give these a good portion of garlic. Woo, the smell in here. I'm going to put this right in my oven here, and we have it on broil. And as high as it'll go. We're gonna watch this very carefully, because you know whenever you put something on broil, you want to keep a close watch on it. Things burn quickly, and I do not want this to burn. Oh my God, you guys, if you could smell this, it smells so wonderful. It only needed about 4 minutes in the microwave to get nice and soft and workable. And I'm taking this gorgeous dish. This is one of Rachel Ray's dishes. So beautiful for serving and impressing your party guests. I will put the link for this underneath the description of this video if you want to take a look at those. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of Pam, and this dish is oven safe. And I'm just gonna pour this fabulousness right into my beautiful bowl here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Wow, wow, wow. Doesn't that look fantastic, Ed?
It sure does, honey.
Oh my goodness. Look at how gorgeous that is. All we have left to do here is put all this wonderful cheese on top. Oh yeah. This is gonna be fantastic with that garlic bread. Look at that, Ed. Wow, wow, wow. Look at how gorgeous that is. Don't want to miss a drop of that cheese. And this is going to go right in my oven, probably for about 10 minutes. We'll see how it looks then. Just for safety's sake, I'm going to put my beautiful dish right on top of a sheet pan, just for easy in and out of the oven. And we're going to check this in about 10 minutes. Oh my God, you guys, this garlic bread came out gorgeous. Look at that. You ready? I'm ready. This is our favorite time of the video. It's our tasting time. This thing came out so gorgeous. Smells like heaven in my house. The garlic bread came out perfectly. So nice and crunchy. Grab one on and let's dip. Ooh, there's a lot of cheese to go through there at the top. Look at this. Oh my God, look at that. Woo-wee! Now be careful on it's hot. We gotta take a taste of this. Oh my God. That cheese hanging? Oh my God. The bread is just as crunchy as what I had at the restaurant. This dip is just fantastic. So cheesy. The spinach, the artichoke hearts, the green onion, and the garlic, of course, the garlic. What do you think?
It's awesome. This is a beautiful taste, and the garlic bread just adds to it. It's delicious.
You know, we might even finish this.
Yeah, we might.
I'm sure we'll finish all the bread. This is our lunch today. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So once again, I do want to say thank you to all my viewers, especially you, Debbie Besco, today. Thank you so much. And you guys, make sure you watch all my videos because the next shout out might be to you. Cheers to all of you. Oh, and before we go, there's just one more thing I want to remind you guys about. That cheese grater. What about that cheese grater?
That is so fast. That's going to put that other style out of business.
It will. And you know, I think that in every video now, Ed and I will be kind of like, who gets to grate the cheese?
Yeah.
Thanks again to all of you. See you next time. Bye-bye. All right. Oh my God, that is so incredible, isn't it? Holy crap. Wow.